What if there was a safe space for you to explore artificial intelligence? What if there was a team of friendly professionals waiting to help you examine what you can do with AI in your courses? Welcome to the world of what if.
Good morning, everybody. If you're in person or at home, it's good to have you here. My name is Mincey, and I'm an instructional designer here at COSI. And today I just wanted to speak a little bit about a website that I found called Eduaide.Ai. And we're going to speak about project-based assessments and how you can use it in your classrooms. So just a little backstory. Like I said, I'm an instructional designer here. And I get a lot of questions frequently about how we can update assignments or make them more detailed so that students won't use AI so much, or so that they will use it in a different way. And I believe that project-based assessments can help with this dilemma and integrate AI so that you, as a professor, can have control of how the students use AI. And for the agenda today, we'll be speaking a little bit about, firstly, project-based learning, just to see what that is before we move into project-based assessments. And then I'll be showing you the homepage of Eduaide.Ai. There is a lot on the homepage, so I just wanted to show you some screenshots first, so it won't be so overwhelming once I log on to the website. And then lastly, I'll be showing you a demo of Eduaide.Ai, some of the different generators that they have and what you can use on this website. So firstly, what is project-based learning? This is a process structured around forming authentic questions relevant to a certain problem or issue. And it helps seek answers through a series of scaffolded tasks, so that students understand what they're researching and that they understand the importance of each step of their work and not just rushing to finish the full project. And for project-based assessments, basically, it's where students engage in inquiry, research, problem solving to demonstrate their understanding of a subject or a topic that you might be speaking on in class or that they learned elsewhere. And project-based assessments also can be used for formative assessments, meaning to track progress during a project, or summative assessments to track progress while you're assessing the final project at the end of a semester. Eduaide.ai, here's how it will look once you log in, and I'll be showing you once we are in the demo. You can either log in through the Try Eduaide free or the login up top. And basically, Eduaide.ai is an AI workspace for educators that helps generate content, helps generate lesson plans. You can create assessments on there. They have areas for games and different activities. And this tool is free to use. However, you can upgrade it for more AI use for their chatbot if you would like to do that. But the basic parts are free to use. So just showing you how the initial homepage or interface looks, there is a lot here. I have a few stars on some important parts. Up top, we do have different generators that you can figure out things for planning, presenting, group activities, games, questions. There's all these different things you can click on. And up top in the purple area, there's generators. Then they have organizers, which I'll show you. They look like different planning documents. And there's a history area where you can view the things that you have worked on throughout the day or the last couple days. And the chat area, that's where the extra AI part comes in. So you would have to pay for that, but I think using the free version is just as good. Also here is where you can see all the different generators. There's differentiated instruction, backward design, learning objectives. Montessori lesson planners, any type of plans that you can think of, they probably have here. And I'll show you, it will scroll down and see all the rest of them. This is the main one that I'll be focusing on, project-based learning. And here you can see where it says topic. On the bottom part here, you're going to be copying and pasting in a prompt, or you can also just use a word or two just to describe it. And I'll also show you in the demo. In here, there is a generator that can enhance your topic without you having to write so much yourself, and it'll make like a full sentence of your topic. And here you can upload documents. You can have them as PDFs or anything like that, and it'll make a lesson plan out of that document. And you can add websites as well, and it will do the same thing. So just continuing a little bit with the home page, you can see once you put your topic in over on this part, and once you click generate, you'll be able to see it better when I show you the demo. It breaks apart the screen, and then this side will have the lesson plan that you generated. So I'll be able to scroll down in just a second, but you'll be able to see the overview. It has prior knowledge parts. They'll also have tasks and timelines for you to have the students on. So it shows a lot of different breakdowns in the lesson plan. Are there any other questions so far? All right, so this part, I will be using this prompt for the demo. I wanted to make it based on project-based assessments. Remember, we talked about problem solving, inquiry, research. So this prompt, I found that it does work better if you use a student's will type of prompt instead of just a word or so. Okay, so going into the demo, you'll be able to log in either, well, let me sign out. So you'll be able to, it'll say log in, or you can press get started for free here, either way. And then once you log in with your Google account, you can use that as well. You'll be able to see how this looks. There's generators, all of these here. I'll just scroll down a little bit. So there's many different generators to choose from. There's organizers like Venn diagrams, T-charts, KWL charts, so many things to choose from. You can do different games if you want to. And this right here is your history. So unlike ChatGPT, the chat version you would have to pay for, but you can see your history here, and you can click on these three dots and you can load it to the workspace and it'll pop out like that. And you can, let's X that out. You could also add it to a chat. That would be the part where you would pay for. Their chat is Erasmus. And so this is kind of where it looks like ChatGPT. But again, that's not a part of the free version. Or you can make a copy of it and it would just duplicate the same thing, the same chat that you did. So those are the different parts up top on the purple area. And down here, you can see there's different areas for planning, presenting, practice, group activities, questions, specific assessments, whether it's oral exams, quizzes. There's a lot of different assessments here. There's an area here for feedback if you would like to create something like that for your students. And here is just different areas where you can use SMART goal outlines, action steps. This is more so for the professor. You can have email outlines. There's so many different choices. And here are my favorited things. So if you click on the star that you'll see in the corner of all of the topics, they will just go into your favorites area. Yes.
The question is, hi, Sierra. How difficult did you find it to start using Eduaide? It looks overwhelming.
So that's a good question. So it was a little bit overwhelming at first, but I feel like once you start kind of clicking around and seeing what it can actually do, it wasn't super hard to figure out. I think just taking one section at a time and seeing what you can do on it helps. And also just looking up what you specifically want to do, since there's so many topics. I think focusing on the one that you want might help, if that helps. Thank you for that question. Okay, so going back to planning, like I said, we would be clicking here for project-based learning. And let me go back into my presentation and I'll get the prompt that I had. And you're just gonna copy this. And you're gonna paste it right here. And this enhanced thing, something I talked about earlier, this is free to use. You can click that and it'll enhance your topic or prompt. But since I already fleshed mine out, I'm not gonna use that for now. And here is where you click on the grade. Here's what we will choose, post-secondary. They do now have the adult learners as well, but we're just gonna choose post-secondary. Making sure that you see the purple line around project-based learning that shows that you are clicked on the right one of your choosing. And then you click generate. And then you can see the plan that it comes up with right on the other half of your screen. You can see it has an overview. There's like a driving question, which was the topic that I spoke about, social, cultural, and environmental issues. There is an area for scaffolding a plan, having mini lessons or guided groups on it, inquiry and research process, since that's the topic we want students to research. There's a project timeline, which is really important because if you give students a breakdown of weeks or days that they should have things done, then they can keep track of their progress. They have differentiation and support strategies for students, learners of all levels that learn in different ways. They have a reflection here. And there's also different resources and tools that they'll list that you can add into the assignment for students. Technology integration, they have examples for that. There's many things that they have on the actual lesson plan. So since we're pretty much done with the demo, just going over a few things. I mentioned the tip that we talked about earlier. If you would like students to see, if you would like to see what your students create, it would be great to have them submit an AI version of their assignment and their version, just so you can see the difference, so that you have more control of what they turn in.